19th, right? Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya, Jai Nityananda, Jai Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya, Jai Nityananda, Jai Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya, Jai Nityananda, Jai Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi-Lila, chapter 5. The glories of Lord Nityananda Balaram. Text number 19. Brahmande Prakasha Tara Krishnera Ichaya Eka Swarupa Tara Nahi Dui Kaya. Brahmande Prakashatara Krishnera Ichaya Ekai Swarupatara Nahi Duikaya. Brahmande Prakashatara Krishnera Ichaya Ekai Swarupatara Nahi Duikaya. Brahmande Prakashatara Krishnera Ichaya Ekai Swarupatara Nahi Duikaya. बोलिए. Anybody? Matajis? Brahmande, within the material world, Prakasha, manifestation, Tara, of it, Krishnera Ichaya, by the supreme will of Lord Krishna. Ekai, it is the same. Swarupa, identity. Tara, of it. Nahi, not. Dui, two. Kaya, bodies. Translation purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Shri Prabhupada. That abode is manifested within the material world by the will of Lord Krishna. It is identical to that original Gokula. They are not two different bodies. Purport. The above mentioned dhamas are movable by the omnipotent will of the Lord Krishna. When Sri Krishna appears on the face of the earth, he can also make his dhamas appear without changing their original structure. One should not discriminate between dhamas on the earth and those in the spiritual sky, thinking those on the earth to be material and the original abodes to be spiritual. All of them are spiritual, only for us who cannot experience anything beyond matter. In our present conditional state, do the Dhamas and the Lord Himself in His Archa form appear before us, resembling matter to give us the facility to see spirit with spiritual material eyes. In the beginning, this may be difficult for a neophyte to understand, but in due course, when one is advanced in devotional service, it will be easier and he will appreciate the Lord's presence in these tangible forms. Om Ajnanatimrindasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakantamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Taptakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kaltarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gauravakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namaha Pankajanabhaya Namaha Pankajamaline Namaha Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangraye. In Bhagavatam 7th canto, 4th chapter, there is a description. Tatra Ugradanda Samvigna, Sarve Loka Sapalakai, Alabdha Anya Sharanam, Sharanam Yuyam Achyutam. When Hiranyakashipu was terrorizing all the demigods felt Tatra Ugradanda Samvigna, severe punishment they are receiving from Hiranyakashipu. Sarve Loka Sapalakai, all the demigods, all the rulers of the planetary systems. Alabdha Anya Sharanam. Alabdha means they didn't receive. Anya Sharanam, without any other shelter. Sharanam Yuyam Achyutam. They went and took shelter of Achyuta. Right? So they started offering prayers to the Lord. Tasyai namostu kastayai yatratma haririshvaraha yadgatvanu nivartante shantah sanyasina amalaha itite samyamatmanaha samahita diyam amalai upatastur rishikesham vinidra vayu bhakshanaha tasyai namostu kastaye. We offer our respectful obeisances to the direction of the Lord where He exists. Tasyai namostu kastaye yatratma haririshvara. Then yadgatvanu nivartante. Once somebody reaches his abode, he will not come back again. Those sannyasis who became Shanta. Shanta means who became free from agitation of mind and the senses. He is known as Shanta, right? He is known as Shanta. Then, anyway, that is a remaining verse not required. Then, so in the purport, Srila Prabhupada writes that all the demigods, they became so much disturbed by Hiranyakashipu. They were seeing Hiranyakashipu everywhere. They became Hiranyakashipu conscious. They are seeing everywhere. Like Kamsa was seeing Krishna everywhere. Like that, they are seeing Hiranyakashipu everywhere. Then, but they are very sure, Prabhupada writes, they are very sure that the direction in which Vrindavan Dham, Ayodhya Dham, Haridwar, existed, that cannot be occupied by Hiranyakashipu, because these dhamas are eternal and they are not annihilated even during Pralaya. So, Vrindavan Dham, Mayapur Dham, Haridwar, Rishikesh, all these dhamas, Jagannath Puri, Srirangam, all these dhamas are eternal, and the deities who reside in those temples, they are also eternal, and during pralayas, they don't get annihilated. That is the nature of dhamas. Like Srirangam, once, that's why it is advised one should reside in these dhamas. Like once Sri Ramanujacharya advised his disciples to reside in one of the 108 Divyadeshas. Once Shankaracharya was walking on the streets of Srirangam. One of the disciples observed one golden aeroplane going back. Then the disciple asked, Guruji, what is this? Golden aeroplane. Then Shankaracharya replied, don't you know anybody who dies in Srirangam, Vishnudutas, they come and take him. I think one Sri Vaishnava must have died, left his body, so Vishnudutas are taking him back to Godhead. That is, they can see. Utkramantam sitam vapi bunjanam agunanvitam vimudanan pashyanti jana chakshushaha. Like that. So, all these dhamas are eternal. Then Prabhupada says, one who makes difference between Vrindavan Dham and Mayapur Dham, he is a resident of hell. One should not, I like Mayapur. You get better pizza, like that. We should not think like that. Many times I narrated this pastime. Some of the newcomers, they can enjoy this pastime. Once Srila Prabhupada was in Vrindavan, he was actually, he saw two Matajis, one old lady and then her daughter, who is about 16-year-old girl. So Prabhupada recognized them. Oh, I recognize you. You are from my, New Vrindavan. I initiated you. Then Prabhupada asked, where are you staying? They said, we are staying in the guest house. We are staying in the guest house. Then Prabhupada told them, please come for Mangalarti every day. Like that. Then Srila Prabhupada observed, they didn't come for Mangalarti 4-5 days. Then he asked, Dhananjay Prabhu, asked, why they are not coming. Why they are not coming. Then he went and checked with the ladies. Then he came back and told, the younger girl, she is suffering from cancer. So she is having a lot of pain. So Prabhupada said, a temple president is like a father for all the devotees. So you bring her in your arms so that she can attend Mangalarti. I don't know whether he brought her like that. So later on she died. Later on she died. So Prabhupada told them, find out from Gaudiya Math, how do they cremate the young girl, below 18. They said, you can burn and all. So they took that body So when they were burning the body, there was a shower of rain. That is in the month of May, very hot summer, where in Vrindavan the crows fall down and die because of heat, or the monkeys they die, so much heat, right? Like that. So the devotees came and reported to Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada, today one miracle has happened. He said, what? While we are burning the body, it rained. It is impossible, to imagine to rain in Mayapur. Then Prabhupada replied, it is not rain. Demigods are showering flowers because a great soul is going back to Godhead. So this is Vrindavan Dham, Mayapur Dham. So they are eternally present in their higher planets. So it is very important to know the speciality of these dhamas. Like when Bhudevi, she went and complained to Brahmaji, right? Brahmaji is her son. Brahmaji's son is Lord Shiva. Brahmaji said, I cannot manage, I don't know. So let us all go to Lord Vishnu. Right? Lord Vishnu. One Shiva Vaishnavacharya comments, Bhudevi can go directly to Krishna, right? Because he's her husband. Varahadev is her husband. Why she didn't go? Because he says that who is another wife of Vishnu, Lakshmi Devi? Sautan hai. Oh, uske if I go there directly, Lakshmi may say, Hare, just now we went, Ramchandra, and you suffered 14 years, So again you want to go, then she may stop him, right? She may stop him. That's why she went to Brahmaji. And then Brahmaji took Lord Shiva. Prabhupada told, a spiritual master is more merciful to grand disciple than the disciple. Interest is more dear than asal. Right? Like that. Prabhupada will be more merciful on us because we are his grand disciples. So that's why Lord Bhudevi, Brahmaji took Lord Shiva. Right? Lord Shiva. Krishna may say, why did he come again and again? But he has more affection for Lord Shiva. That's why he took Lord Shiva, and then he cannot say no to Lord Shiva because he is very dear to him and then grandson, like that. So then Krishna said, I will come, don't worry. We all know Purusha Sukta prayers, and then they heard, and then all. So this time, Purna Purushottam Bhagavan, Nandanandan, he wanted to come down. Purna Purushottam, not, incarnations, original personality of God. He went and told Srimati Radharani, Radhe, we have to go down. Srimati Radharani said, the nature, is if they agree immediately, value कम हो जाएगा, right? थोड़ा नाना बोलना पड़ेगा. लेडीज का नाना के मतलब यस यस उसको पीछे कुछ राज है, like that. No, I don't want to come. So Krishna asked, why you don't want to come? Then there Vrindavan will not be there, Govardhan will not be there, Radhakund and Shamkund will not be there. I don't want. I want all those places. I want all those places. Hey Radhe, why are you worried? We will take our dham. We will take Vrindavan dham. We will take Gokul dham. We will take Giriraj Govardhan. We will take Radhakund, Shamkund, Yamuna Devi. All of them will take. Then I will come. Right? Then I will come. That's why Giriraj Govardhan आए हैं, Manasi Ganga आई है, Govardhan, Yamuna आई है. So there, Yamuna is Mathura Dham, right? Mathura Dham. It is said Mathura Dham is so glorious, it is so glorious that anybody who books a ticket to Mathura, right? You book a ticket. Nowadays, if you book online, the ticket is not confirmed, it gets cancelled automatically and paisa will come back. Just say, book your ticket and keep saying, I want to go to Mathura, I want to go to Vrindavan, I want to go to Mathura, I want to go to Vrindavan. Then Mathura Mahatmya, it is said, you will get the benefit of going to Mathura simply by thinking that, I want to go to Mathura. Simply by thinking. Simply by thinking. If you walk on the, all of you know, like last class I have explained how difficult it is to perform Ashwamedha Yajna. Right? None of last Ashwamedha was performed by Janmejay Maharaj. Later on he was cursed that you will be the last person to perform Ashwamedha Yajna. Somebody, I think Vyasadeva or somebody cursed him that you will be the last one to perform. After that nobody could perform Ashwamedha Yajna. Right? And then it is recommended to perform Ashwamedha Yajna to become free from all sinful reactions. But it is said, if you go to Mathura and Vrindavan and you walk in Mathura and Vrindavan, with each step you take in Mathura, Vrindavan, Vrajamandal, you get the benefit of performing one Ashwamedha Yajna. One Ashwamedha Yajna. So it is so glorious, Mathura. That is why every day we should go to Vrindavan in my Mathura. Every day you should take bath. How? Every day I go to Mathura and take bath in Yamuna. Every day. Prabhupada, Prabhupada, there is one very beautiful verse from 4th canto, 8th chapter. All of you can remember this verse. And Tattata Gacha Badramte Yamunayam Tatam Sata Suchi Punyam Madhuvanam Yatra Sanidyam Nityadahari. Sanidyam Nityadahari. All of you can remember this verse. Tattata Gacha Badramte Yamunayam Tatam Suchi. Yamunayam Tatam Suchi. Punyam Madhuvanam Yatra Sanidyam Nityadahari. So Narada Muni instructed, you can check later, Narada Muni instructed Dhruva Maharaj, my dear son, go to Madhuvan. Punyam Madhuvanam Yatra, go to Madhuvan. Then Tattata Gacha Badramte Yamunayam Tatam Suchi, live on the bank of Yamuna and take bath 3 times in a day. 3 times in a day. Why? Sanidhyam Nityada Hari. Lord Hari stays in Mathura eternally. Right? Eternally. That is why Prabhupada says, the area, Prabhupada writes in 3rd canto Bhagavatam, first part 1, Prabhupada writes that the area between Mathura to Delhi, Krishna walked many times. Krishna walked many times. So there are many great devotees who search for Krishna in this area, hoping that you will find Krishna. You will find Krishna. But the very fact that they are searching for Krishna is glorious because they are searching for Krishna. I will teach you one verse. You chant that verse whenever you go to Vrindavan or Mayapur. right? So it is advised that you will get darshan of Krishna if you keep chanting that verse one day. Prabhupada says, Krishna is still performing pastimes in Vrindavan Dham. And then there are many devotees who had darshan of Krishna's pastimes even now. They have darshan of Krishna's pastimes in Vrindavan Dham, right? Hanatha Ramana Prestha, boliye. Kwasi Kwasi Mahabhuja, Dasyasye Krupanaye Me, Sakha Darshanam Sannidhim. This is from 10th canto, 30th chapter. Gopis are searching for Krishna. In that, Srimad Radharani, Krishna leaves Srimad Radharani, and then all the gopis, they are searching for Krishna. Then they found Srimad Radharani, and then Srimad Radharani is chanting this verse. Hanatha Ramana Prestha Kvasi Kvasi Mahabhuja. So, hey Hanatha, oh my Lord, Ramana Prestha, enjoyer of pastimes, Ramana Prestha, right? Kvasi Kvasi Mahabhuja. Please come, Mahabhuja. Oh, you are Mahabhuja. And then Dasyasya Krupanayame. I am your servant. I am a Krupana. I am your servant. Yes, Sakha, oh my dear friend, Sakha, Darshayan Sannidhim. Please come and give your darshan. Right? Please give me your darshan. So, it is recommended when you go to Vrindavan, chant this verse and ask, my dear Krishna, where are you? Where are you? Please give me your darshan. If Krishna is very kind, he will give darshan. Right? He will give darshan. Like that. So, it is said that this verse is from 2nd canto, 6th chapter. Sa amritasya abhayasya isha martyam annam atyagat mahima esha tato brahman duratyaya purushatmana. So this land of Vrindavan is amritasya, deathlessness. It's a deathless world. Then abhayasya, it is a land of fearlessness. Martyam, above this three modes of nature, and then above this death and birth, death, old age, and disease. And then annam, so annam means above, martyam means deathlessness, above three modes of nature, material manifestation, material things, annam. Then mahima esha, it is very, very difficult to describe the glories of this dham. Mahima duratyaya purushatmana, duratyaya, very difficult. So Prabhupada writes that Tripada Vibhuti, Ekpada Vibhuti. All of you heard these words? Tripada Vibhuti and Ekpada Vibhuti. Tripada Vibhuti means spiritual world. Ekpada Vibhuti means material world. Okay? Material world. So in this world of deathlessness, right? So it is full of existence, full of knowledge, and full of bliss. Right? And it is not contaminated with material things. There is no effect of time on this world. So Srila Prabhupada writes a very beautiful purport. So Prabhupada says that the Lord of this world is the Lord of immortality and fearlessness. Right? Fearlessness. Once one person, one devotee asked Prabhupada, Prabhupada, what it is to be on the level of highest consciousness? Then Srila Prabhupada said, to become fearless. Right? To become fearless. So there is one verse from 4th canto, 24th chapter. Etadrupam anudhyayam atmashuddham abhipsita bhakti yoga abhayada swadharma parinistaya. Prabhupada says, bhakti yoga abhayada. Bhakti yoga gives fearlessness. Prabhupada says, unless one becomes joyful, he cannot perform devotional service. Right? Many times I told this. Prabhupada said, if a devotee is morose, he is a rascal. Right? Devotee should be always joyful, dancing. अरे अच्छा प्रसाद मिलने वाला है, अच्छा कीर्तन होने वाला है. Devotee should be happy, because without our knowledge, how much a kilo of potato costs, so many potatoes go in our stomach. Right? ISKCON means potato sabji, right? So, there is we should be joyful. So, this fearlessness comes, Prabhupada says, by practicing devotional service, especially meditating on the beautiful form of SriSriRadhaRasbihari. Etadrupam anudhyayam. By meditating on the beautiful form of SriSriRadhaRasbihari, we become fearless. Right? Fearless. So, Prabhupada writes, Lord is Lord of immortality and fearlessness. And Lord is not like mundane masters who do not share their opulence with their servants. The master is not treating equally his servant, then he doesn't share all his opulence. But the Lord is not like mundane masters. If you want, he can share his immortality, fearlessness with you and his dham also. Right? His dham also. In that verse, Manmana bhav madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi satyante pratijani priyosme. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, you give your mind and senses to me. Right? Madbhakta, Madhyaji. Madhyaji mein you give your mind and senses to Krishna. Then Krishna promised, I will give myself to you. I will give myself to you. So Krishna will give himself and then his dham, everything to us, because Krishna is not like mundane masters. Right? Then, but you should be, like it's very careful. Padeshu sarvabhutani pumsam stitapato viduhu amritam kshemam abhayam. Amritam abhayam kshemam. Amritam abhayam kshemam. Murdhanu adyasi murdasha. So, this is the next verse of that shloka. It says, Padeshu sarvabhutani. This world, Padeshu sarvabhutani. This world, material world, he is the Lord of this material world also. Lord of this material world also. Right? But Trimurdashu means above these three lokas, Swargaloka, Matyaloka and Pataloka, and then Murdane, above material, this manifestation, above three modes of nature, this world exists where three things you get. What is that? Amritam, Abhayam and Kshemam. Amritam means deathlessness. Abhayam means fearlessness. Kshemam means, Prabhupada translated, free from birth, death, old age and disease, especially disease and old age. Old age. Then he says, a padatrayo bahirams, aprajanam ed ashramam. Antas Trayo Athapi Grahameda Abruhat Vrataha. Then this is spoken by Brahmaji, and then Brahmaji is warning. This Abruhat Vrata. Anyway, the meaning of this verse is that those people who are not fit to take birth again, they are fit to go there to this Tribhata Vibhuti, but not those people who are Grahamedis and Abruhat Vrata. Abruhat Vrata. There is no time to narrate the entire, there is a long purport. Prabhupada says, those who break regulative principles of brahmacharya purposefully, and those who are Grahamedis, they are not qualified to go to this Tripada Vibhuti. You can read the purport. Prabhupada says, those people who break regulative principles purposefully, Prabhupada says, they are sent to Swargaloka. There he danced with the Apsaras, like that. But only those people who don't break regulative principles purposefully, and then Grahameda. What is the meaning of Grahameda? Meda means himsa. घर में बैठ के हिंसा करने वाले हैं ग्रह मेधा. राइट. वो सबसे, हमारा घर में सबसे बड़ा शत्रु कौन है पता है? किसी का घर में हु इज द ग्रेटेस्ट एनिमी ऑफ ए फैमिली मेंबर? फैमिली मेंबर्स ओनली. सबसे ज्यादा दर्द वो लोग ही देते हैं. राइट. सबसे ज्यादा दर्द वो लोग ही देते हैं. वन लेडी शी वाज आस्किंग वन यंग गर्ल, शादी हुआ? अरे शादी हुआ? तो शादी हुआ है. आपका पति क्या करते हैं? बोलते अफसोस. राइट. अफसोस, अफसोस करने. आजकल तो the girls, once one person asked, one boy asked, I was not expecting, you would immediately agree to my proposal. मुझ में क्या देख के मुझे proposal accept किया? क्या देखा मुझ में? बोलते हैं आपको मैं कपड़ा सुखाते हुए और बर्तन धोते हुए मैंने देखा है. मैं इसलिए आपसे शादी कर लिया. ग्रहमेधा, ग्रहमेधा मीन्स बोलता है, एक हस्बैंड बोल रहा था पत्नी को कि पहले जब कोर्टशिप के टाइम पे जब तुम दिखाई नहीं पड़ती थी मैं बेचैन हो जाता था, अभी तुमको देखने से बेचैन हो जाता, मेरा ब्लड प्रेशर लो हो जाता है. दैट इज कॉल्ड ग्रहमेधा, ग्रहमेधा लाइफ. डूइंग हिंसा टू ईच अदर, हिंसा ईच अदर. And then of course brahmacharis also, if they break regulative principles, they are not eligible. Right? So it is very beautiful. Second canto, 6th chapter. Read again. Very beautiful shlokas are there. Remember and read them again and again. Beautiful. Actually, I like that chapter so much. Second canto, 6th chapter. I wanted to quote 3 more verses, but I want to go to some other topic. Some other time I will quote. So we should all, aspire. We should all aspire to live in the initially Bhoma Vrindavan, then after that Golok Vrindavan. Right? Golok Vrindavan. So it is mentioned that those who practice Krishna consciousness, very nicely. If they perfect their sadhana, they can take birth in Bhauma Vrindavan. They can take birth in Bhauma Vrindavan. And then they get trained there. And then from there, they are taken to Golok Vrindavan. Because without being fully trained, we are not allowed to go to Golok Vrindavan. Otherwise, we'll become a disturbance to the Lord. We'll become a disturbance to the Lord. So, that is why Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes in 10th canto, 87th chapter in one of the purports. Shravanam, Mananam and Nididhyasanam. These three things. Shravanam, Mananam and Nididhyasanam. Shravanam means hear the holy name of Krishna. Mananam means understand the meaning of the holy name of Krishna. Nididhyasana means, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra with an intense desire to have darshan of Radha and Krishna. That is called Nididhyasana. Right? When we start chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we should chant with a great desire, my dear Lord, please give me darshan. Please give me darshan. Please engage me in your service, personal service. Prabhupada writes, in one of the lectures he says, every day you chant this verse. Ayi Nanda Tanuja, Kinkaram, Patitam Mamishame Bhavambudav, Krupaya Tava Pada Pankaja, Stitaduli, Sadrisham Ichintaya. If it is possible, offer Tulsi and Chandan to the lotus feet of the Lord and say this verse. And please make me dust particle on your lotus feet. Like that. So, this, this whole Vrindavan Dham, for those people who are free from material desires, they can have a beautiful darshan of Vrindavan Dham even now. When we go to Vrindavan Dham, we see all gutters, pigs, monkeys, so many dacoits and all that. Prabhupada, Krishna says, the Srimad Radharani covered real Vrindavan for those who are insincere. For those insincere people, they see only these things. They see only these things. But those who are doing bhajan, then they can see, even now, all Krishna's wonderful pastimes. Right? All, Krishna's wonderful pastimes. It is mentioned that Prabhupada writes in Bhaktirasam Sindhu, one should, one of the, Vasati Stale, what is that? Vasati Stale, it comes, one should stay in Vrindavan and practice Krishna consciousness. Vasati Stale, one of the 9 principles or something. Then Prabhupada writes, either one should physically live in Vrindavan, or you can stay wherever you are, but mentally live in Vrindavan. Yeah? So in the last week verse in the purport, Prabhupada writes, while chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one should think of spiritual planets. Right? Take it out, where it is. I think last week only it is there. I got it. While chanting the mantra, one should always remember the spiritual world, which is very extensive and full of desire trees that can yield anything one desires. Below that Vaikuntha region is the potential material energy which causes the material manifestation. Right? While chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we should think of, Vrindavan Dham, Radha Shyam Sundar, Govardhan, Mansi Ganga, Radha Kund, Shyam Kund. Right? We should, one round you chant. I tell all my students, chant one round. Go everywhere. While chanting, what we think? Women, cricket, movies, and then Prajalpa, local politics of ISKCON. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Sometimes, we have a fight. Argument is there. And, अरे ऐसा बोलना चाहिए था. Right? You get an idea. अरे ऐसा बोलना चाहिए था. Once one husband was asking wife, why are you silent? हमारा पैचअप हो गया ना झगड़ा के बाद, पैचअप हो गया ना. वाइफ बोलती है, ये एक आर्ग्यूमेंट मेरे को याद आया, मैंने बोलना भूल गई थी. ऐसा हमको ये सब याद आता है हरे कृष्णा चैंटिंग के टाइम पे. So better to divert our mind, go to Vrindavan, take bath in Radha Kund, Sham Kund, do Govardhan Parikrama, see Krishna, lifting Govardhan hill, have darshan, right? So the gopis, they were actually doing that. In the daytime, when Krishna is away, they are remembering all Krishna's pastimes. Anta Yamadri Rabala Haridasa Varya Yad Ramakrishna Charnasprasha Pramodaha Manam Tanoti Saha Ganayasthayoryat Pani Asuyavasa Kandara Kandamule. How many of you know this verse? Huh? Bolo? Huh? Bolo? Mic do.
अंताय मद्रिरबला हरिदास वर्य यद राम कृष्ण चरण स्पर्श प्रमोद मानं तनोति सह गोगणयोस्तयोर्यत् पानीय सूयवस कंदर कंदमूलय.
Very good. Hare Krishna. बोलो नलिकांत प्रभु.
अंताय मद्रिरबला हरिदास वर्य यद राम कृष्ण चरण स्पर्श प्रमोद मानं तनोति सह गोगणयोस्तयोर्यत् पानीय सूयवस कंदर कंदमूलय.
Very nice. Very nice. I am an advocate of memorizing verses and memorizing the verses and recollecting those verses. While going from Prasadam temple to Prasadam hall, you can memorize one verse. Means you recollect that verse and remember the pastime. I am not the person who say क्या जरूरत है श्लोक याद करने का, भागवतम पढ़ने का, ये सब नहीं बोलूँगा मैं बोलता हूँ ब्रह्मचारी's first duty स्वाध्याय, स्वाध्याय, श्रुता संपन्ना स्वाध्याय. Brahmachari means one should read regularly, memorize the verses, regularly read the verses and by heart the entire Bhagavad-gita. I can tell my own experience. Previously, when I used to give Gita classes and all, I used to read the verse and then purport and then get some idea and then hear somebody's lecture or hear something, collect some story and then bol do, abe kadam. Now I know at least except 11th chapter, I know all the verses. I can just say, you read the Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada says, in 3rd canto, 5th chapter, Prabhupada says, the greatest thing in this world is Bhagavad Gita. Greatest thing. If you are reading Bhagavad Gita, that means you are directly associating with Krishna. Directly is Vani. Right, anyway. So learn the verses, practice, like that. You get, when you get the inner meanings of Bhagavad Gita by meditating on the shlokas, you will feel it's something else. This knowledge is revealed knowledge. By reading you don't understand. The knowledge has to be revealed. When you meditate on the verses, Krishna will reveal, Prabhupada will reveal the inner meanings of the verses. Is this one? I didn't know this. Like that, you will experience. Anyway, so this verse is spoken by Srimati Radharani. Antaya Madri Rabala Haridasa Varya. There are 3 Haridasas, mentioned in the Bhagavatam. One is Yudhishthir Maharaj. Another is Uddhava. And then this is 3rd one, Girirajji. So Srimati Radharani is saying, there are 2 other Haridasas, but this is Haridasa Varya. Haridasa Varya, best of the servants of Hari. Best of the servants. Then Srimati Radharani is saying, Sakhi, I was aspiring to have contact with Krishna, but I am foolish. without the mercy of a pure devotee, how can we have darshan of Krishna? And then the best of all devotees is Girirajji. Glorify Girirajji. And then some of the gopis, they were glorifying Girirajji. Then she started explaining this verse. Yad Ramakrishna Charana Sparsha Pramodaha. When Rama and Krishna, so why they are using Rama? Because they were discussing, if they only exclusively describe Krishna, then the other Jatila and Kutila, they may suspect. That's why they are taking the name of Rama also. But they are not interested in Rama. They are only interested in Krishna. When Krishna touched his lotus feet, when keeps his lotus feet on Giriraj Shila, then immediately Srimad Radharani and the other gopis, ayyo, Hatavedi, his lotus feet may get hurt by the harsh, the stones, the rough stones of Girirajji. Then Lalitaji said, don't worry, Radhe, don't worry. His lotus, the Girirajji, his stones are as soft as gulab ka patta, like rose petals. So don't worry, Krishna, when he keeps his lotus feet, he feels pleasure. And then in the summer season, he becomes cool. Then in the winter season, he becomes hot. So the Krishna experiences joy. Ramakrishna, they experience joy. That is why when they touch, when Krishna keeps his lotus feet on the Govardhan Shila, he experiences ecstasy and he melts. Then he said, बहुत फेंक रही है, बहुत सुना रही है. किधर है? क्या proof है? किधर है? Then, do you remember, there is that northeast, some direction, she said, there is Ratna Simhasan. Do you remember Ratna Simhasan? Where Krishna anointed Srimad Radharani as the queen of Vrindavan. All of you was gone? Ratna Simhasan? Huh? क्या कर रहे हो तुम लोग? Ratna Simhasan, right? You should go, Many people, they simply walk Govardhan, Parikrama. They don't, once we took, last time, few years back, we took a vehicle and then was going to all the places. Otherwise, they simply walk. We are very in a hurry to finish, Govardhan Parikrama. That. But, you go there are many places. That's where, there you can see, Krishna was, standing on the Govardhan hill and playing flute. Playing flute. And then, the Govardhan became very ecstatic and then melted. Then you can see the lotus footprints of Krishna. Oh, really? Let us go. If we cannot see Krishna, at least we can. Let us see the lotus footprints of Krishna. Like that. Right? Well, said, do you remember, Radhe, that pastime that happened in Manasi Ganga? Oh, what is Manasi Ganga? Once, all the Vrajavasis, they were hearing from Shandilya Muni the glories of Ganga. Once Garuda was flying across Ganga and then he was carrying a huge sarpa, snake to eat. So while going, the little bit he came down, that huge serpent's tail touched Ganga water. And to his shock, that serpent became four-handed form of Vaishnava, Vishnuduta. Then Garuda, instead of eating him, kept him on his back and took him to Vaikuntha. Go Vaikuntha. Oh, really? Then Nanda Maharaj said, let us go to, Ganga and take bath. Then Krishna saw Nanda Maharaj and all of them, they are making arrangements. Making arrangements. Then he said, where are you going? I said, Aisa, we have heard from Sandili Muni, we are going to Ganga to take bath. No, there is no need. Come, I will show you. Ganga is here. You see, nowadays some reels, Instagram reels, you see, there is huge rush in Kedarnath Dham. One girl, she was, Jai Jai Shankar, Jai Jai Shankar, she was shouting. Jai Jai Shankar, Jai Jai Shankar. When she reached Gauri Kund, Jai Jai Shankar, Jai Jai Mahadev, Jai Jai Mahadev. Then little bit she reached, she was saying, Mahadev, have you not found any other place? Why are you sitting on top of the hill? थक गया. You didn't find any place downstairs. Why are you sitting on the top? That's why I never went to Kedarnath. Because Badrinath I went 2 times because it directly goes the vehicle. Kedarnath, Vrindavan में है. आदि बद्री एंड आदि बद्री, आदि केदारनाथ, आदि यमुनोत्री, आदि गंगोत्री, उधर चले जाओ. So Krishna did not want his devotees to become separated from Vrindavan. Said, see, the waters that came from the Manasi Ganga. So they were come, I will show you Ganga. So he took to Manasi Ganga. He said, there she, one very beautiful lady. She came on the riding on the crocodile. Riding on the crocodile. So crocodile said, "Kya hua? Who are you?" Then Nanda Maharaj offered respects. Said, "Who are you?" He said, "I am Ganga. I am Ganga." So I live in, I eternally stay in Vrindavan also. That's why I am known as Manasi Ganga. Then they all remembered, how Krishna was. There is a boat, lying on the bank of Manasi Ganga. Then, all of you know the pastime. Once, all the gopis, they were crossing Manasi Ganga to go to Mathura to some sacrifice or whatever. Then Krishna was, he disguised himself as a boatman. in the middle, when they reached, there is a storm. He said, we are all going to die. Radharani started crying. Oh, what will happen? What will happen? मेरे श्याम सुंदर से बिछड़ जाऊंगी. Said, then Krishna said, see, all of you, wearing such, heavy jewelry, remove them first. No? So all the gopis, they removed the jewelry and all, collected and gave it to Krishna. Then again still it is rocking. Said, no, all of you, give this, but this makan to me. This doodh, dahi and makan and all that. This also became very heavy. Then he said, what will you do? I will eat. Then Krishna ate everything. Then, still the boat is rocking. Hare, please save me, please save me. And then she embraced that boatman. Then he found out, Hare Krishna. As soon as, so that Manasi Ganga, like that. So one day, just near to Manasi Ganga, there is Haridev Rai. Haridev Rai, how he came? Once Srimad Radharani and all the gopis, they were searching for Krishna. They could not find Krishna. And they cried, Harideva, Harideva, Harideva. Then immediately Krishna appeared as a 7-year-old boy lifting Govardhan hill. And then they offered fruits, flowers, makan, doodh, dahi and all, and they worshipped. Then they are very relieved. Haridev Rai. Haridev Rai, very beautiful deity. How many of you taken darshan of Haridev Rai? You have not taken. That is original Haridev Rai, now is in Kanpur. Have you gone? Near Kanpur, there is a place, I forgot. Satadan, Shanti, some Dan. There, very beautiful deity, Haridev Rai. During Musliman invasion, some Brahmana, he brought the deity. So Kanpur mein hai, Kanpur ke paas. Next time, you all can go there. I will tell you the name next time. Sevadal Babu knows. That is Haridev Rai. Like that. Oh, then tell me more glories of Giriraji. More glories of Giriraji. Right? Then there is a discussion between Narad Muni and Bahulashva. Then he said, once Srimad Radharani requested Krishna, Srimad Radharani requested Krishna, please make one very beautiful place, beautiful place for sporting, wonderful pastimes, unimaginable, unmatched, glorious place. Create. Then Krishna closed his eyes. Krishna closed his eyes. Then he meditated. Then he collected his inner bhava. his inner bhava, and he took it out. Then it fell like a stone, beautiful stone, and that stone became huge Giriraji with all the caves, beautiful kalpavriksha trees, then jharna, jharna, then all beautiful, beautiful fragrant grasses, beautiful fragrant grasses, like that, that. Then Srimad Radharani became very happy. So the same Giriraji came down. All of you know that story. Pulastya Muni. He was bringing, and then he was actually, there is one Shiva Vaishnava. He's explaining once, when the bridge was being built, on the ocean, Hanumanji was bringing huge parvats. Then he came here, and then he lifted Govardhan, and then was carrying, to keep in the ocean. When Sri Ramchandra saw this, then immediately told, "Hey Hanuman, go and keep it back. Go and keep it back." Then Hanumanji said, "My lord, such a nice, beautiful parvat, एक काम हो जाएगा, बहुत जल्दी काम हो जाएगा, इतना, it is the measuring 8 yojanas length, 8 yojanas length, 5 yojanas width, 2 yojanas tall, Govardhan Hill, originally. Then Pulastya Muni cursed, one mustard seed you will reduce. Like that. Right? Then, why, my lord? Why? He said, no, you don't know. ये तो special है. I will perform some more pastimes in my next incarnation. So go and keep it back. So Hanumanji brought it and kept it back, Giriraji. That is a side story from Sri Vaishnavas. Like that. So I will tell one very interesting pastime. Srimad Radharani said, say some more glories of Giriraji. Say some more glories of Giriraji. He said, there is one Brahmana Vijay. He went to Mathura to pay ancestral debt. While coming back, he picked up one Giriraj Shila. He picked up one Giriraj Shila. While coming back, he faced with one very horrible grotesque. What is that word? Grotesque. Demon with 3 heads, 6 legs, and very horrible features. So he wanted to eat this Brahmana. He became very scared. As soon as he took that Sila and then he hit him. As soon as he hit him, and immediately he gave up his horrible demon form, then he became very young, beautiful young boy, 16-year-old boy. They said, Brahman, please, you have saved me from this horrible body. Thank you very much, thank you very much. You have got so much mystic powers. He said, no, I don't know, I am a simple Brahman, I don't know anything. No, the stone that you are carrying, Giriraj ji ka hai. Giriraj ji ka hai. Like that. Whatever austerities that you perform in Shankar Dham, like Benares and Kedarnath and all, that much benefit you get. The result attained by 5,000 years of austerity in the abode of Lord Shiva is attained in a single moment on Govardhan Hill. Simply by visiting Govardhan Hill, one attains piety 100,000 times greater than by the worship of Brahmanas or giving in charity 10 million cows with golden horns. The result of performing 10 million yajnas is attained by once bathing in one of the main kundas like Govind Kund and all. By going on pilgrimage to Govardhan Hill, one attains piety 10 million times greater than attained by visiting any other holy place or tirtha. Right? Anyway, so this is the glories of Giriraji. Then that Brahmana asked, I'll finish by 1 minute. That Brahmana asked, how you got this horrible body? Said, in my long time back, I was a Vaishya. I was very rich. Then I got into bad habits of womanizing and drinking. I killed my parents. I killed my wife. Then I went with my prostitute, to some place, one prostitute. I killed that lady also. Sahaj, live samadhi I did. Then once one snake bit me, then I was taken to hellish planets and I suffered like anything. Then I took so many births, pig, monkey, so many births. Then I took birth like this. One day, I took the form of a Raja, covered boy, and then went to Vrindavan. The Raja boys, they have recognized me and hit me with chappal and drove me away. Like that. So that's like that. Now I got this. Then as soon as, thank you very much. Like that. This is the Govardhan Shila. Then immediately one beautiful Rath came, driven by Krishna's associates, young boys, associates. Driven by beautiful horses. Then he was kept on the chariot and then he was taken to Golok Vrindavan. Hari Bol, Giriraj Govardhan ki. Hare Krishna. So this is the glories of Vrindavan Dham, Giriraji, Manasi Ganga, Radha Kund, Sham Kund. Hare Krishna. So we should aspire to live in these places. If not physically, if it is not possible, then mentally every day, you should go. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. ग्रंथराज Bhagavatam ki, Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki, Gaur Premanande.